Unmanned Show Network. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast with your host, Aaron Weinbaum.
All right, everyone, welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Weinbaum, and you can see today I'm broadcasting live on Haps, YouTube, Twitter, I think on Twitter, you know, the Periscope thing's kind of week to week. And already I got people saying hi. That's awesome. Hi, Peter, to you. Hello from Colorado. I don't know about you, but I'm in Missouri, and we're getting snow here, so which is kind of crazy, really. So I guess it's not so crazy when you guys get snow. So sorry I am late getting started. We're going to be picking the fights for UFC 261, Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. This is not the podcast tutorial one, which I'll be doing either later this evening or tomorrow. So if you have any podcast related questions, you can catch me there. So anyway, great week of fights last week. Kelvin Gastelum, Robert Whittaker went about like I thought it would. But before we get to all that, before we get to the fights, let's get into today's sponsor before I get too many people on here. Manscaped, baby. That's right. Proud sponsor now for several months of the podcast. So, hey, you got Bush. You definitely do if you haven't tried the best products from our sponsor today, Manscaped. After using these life-changing products, you're going to want to join a ballsack beauty contest. I don't know what that is, but apparently you're going to want to join. I'm looking out for you because I also have an exclusive 20% off discount, MMAFP at manscaped.com. Manscaped is dedicated to help you level up your full body grooming game with their Perfect Package 3.0 kit. The Perfect Package kit comes with the Essential Lawnmower 3.0. I use it in the shower. It's got a light on it, so you don't have any manscaping accidents if it were. It's the best trimmer on the market to help you trim the hedges. It features even a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to advanced skin-safe technology pioneered by Manscaped. So remember, when you trim the hedges, the tree stands taller. Things don't grow in the shade, if you know what I mean. You'll also find the Manscaped Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant, as well as the Crop Reviver Ball Toner, which is a little spritz for the balls you can use in the middle of the day. It's like a wake-up call for down there. With a Perfect Package or Performance Package purchase, you get 2 free gifts, the Shed Travel Bag, a $39 value, and the patented high-performance reduced chasing Manscaped Boxers. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code MMAFP at manscaped.com. That is 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using promo code MMAFP. It's 2021. You still got Bush? Change that with Manscaped. All right. Thank you very much. Let's get to the fights. First of all, it's first pay-per-view. I've looked forward to a lot in a long, long time. 3 title fights. So very, very exciting. So I will get all your comments in, I promise you, wherever you are. And if for some reason comments are not showing up, let me know. All right, first fight of the night. Oh, Randy Rude Boy Brown against Alex Cowboy Oliveira. Alex Cowboy Oliveira. I'm sorry, I got him mixed up with Charles. 2 totally different fighters. Let's go over what's happened recently with these guys. So Randy just lost to Vicente Luque. A lot of people lose to Vicente Luque. It's all right. Before that, he rattles off 2 wins ago against Warley Alves and Brian Barberena. Very good. So let's take a look at Cowboy Oliveira. Just lost to Shavat Romanov. And then before that, beats Peter Sabata and Max Griffin. Let's see what the odds have to say here because I don't have a lot of thoughts. Yeah, so they're close to even, with Randy Brown being a slight favorite at minus 165. But I want to say that Cowboy Oliveira, I like his the competition he has faced in lieu of Randy Brown. So I like to go with the underdog, the slight underdog, Cowboy Oliveira, who is right now a plus 130 underdog. Very good. Oh, man. So this fight kind of snuck in, too. Jimmy Crute and Anthony Lionheart Smith. So Anthony Smith had kind of a rough go of it here, losing to Alexander Rakic and Glover Teixeira both in a row. But, he has some extenuating circumstances coming up to that. He had, I guess, he had a robbery, if it were. So, yeah. So that's interesting as well. He was literally fought off a guy in a home robbery in his own house. So, coming back big with that Devin Clark win back in November last year. And really surprised me with the win over Alexander Gustafsson, which I thought he was going to lose. Now, let's take a look at Jimmy Crute. Not a really well-known guy here. The only notable guy on here I think he's probably fought is Sam Alvey. Paul Craig wins over both. Just had a win over Modestus Bukasis and then Michael Alexis. I can't say it. Anyway, but did lose to Mishka Serkinov. But it's been a while, so I don't know if that really matters. So let's see what the odds have to say. Now, without looking, I would say Anthony Smith is probably a favorite here. What? No, stop it. Anthony Smith is an underdog? A plus 160 underdog? I don't see how that is possible here. A minus 200 favorite. Jimmy Crute, I may go with the underdog again here. That's crazy. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. Yeah. I just don't see it. I don't see even close the level of competition here. Let's see here. Huh. No. I'm going with the underdog, bud. Anthony Lionheart Smith. So beautiful. Okay. What up next? Oh my gosh, the All-American Chris Weidman. One of Long Island's greatest. Friend of the podcast only because he likes my iQuinta Realty account. Taking on Uriah Primetime Hall. These two have fought before, but it's been a minute. I believe it's been like 10 years. Let's see if I can go all the way down and find out when the exact date was. Yeah, so September 2010. So, wow. Almost 10 and a half years. Interesting. Let's take a look, man. I've already peeked at the odds on this, and so I'll get in that in a minute. But Weidman hadn't fought since August 2020. Beat Amari Magmedov, a wrestler in his own right. Before that, he moves up to light heavyweight, loses against Dominic Reyes, loses against Sousa on the way up. That was his last middleweight fight in a while. Now this will be his second fight back at middleweight since the Dominic Reyes loss. And then he has a win over Kevin Gastelum, but hasn't fought very frequently. Fought once in 2017, fought once in 2018, fought once in 2019, and once in 2020. So, that being said, Uriah Primetime Hall just beat what used to be the greatest of all time, Anderson Silva. It was kind of a boring fight, so it wasn't until round 4 when he knocked him out. Before that, he's got wins over Antonio Carlos Jr., Bevon Lewis. It's that big loss to Paulo Costa. Now, let's take a look at the odds here. I did pick at these already, unless they have changed. Yeah, so it's near even now. So, I think earlier, Weidman was the underdog. So, let's see here. Yeah, they're both even. This is an even Steven fight right now. I don't think I'd fight on that, but I'm going to go with former champ here, Chris Weidman, because Uriah Hall's been known to break in certain situations, and he's beaten him before. And that first time he beat him, apparently, it was quite handily. All right, so since I am not getting any action on Haps, unless I'm missing it, but no, I did earlier, I am going to go ahead and, oh, you know what? Nope. Okay. I am going to go ahead and, I'm going to open this up to Clubhouse, which I never do. So, let's see. Let's pick live here. I'm going to edit the topic. Let's see here. So, yeah, this is what happens. Pod. Oh, okay. So, before we get into the next fight, and now these next fight, I believe, are they championship fights? I'm not really sure. So I'm going to set that topic, and I'm going to go into the UFC room on Clubhouse. So if you are listening to me on Clubhouse, it looks like I'm coming through. This doesn't always work so good for me. And so I will just keep an eye on that while I go into the next fights. Okay, so yes, these next 3 fights are all championship fights. And how do I do this? Oh, I need to ping somebody into the room? Now, how do I do that? This is crazy. Oh, let visitors in, of course. Nope. It will remove the club name. So no. Okay, so I have to invite. See, this is why I like Haps. I'm going to let's see here. How do I do this? Oh, see, I can only do my followers. Interesting. So, whoops. Okay. Well, that didn't work, did it? I'll leave the room open just in case anyway, so we'll see what happens. I always get these invites into these rooms, which is interesting, but it's kind of hard to do. Yeah. How about that? Hallway? All right, I give up. I'm leaving it up. Okay. Championship fight here. Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Andrade for the women's flyweight belt. Man, this is amazing. I think this is going to be a really good match. Shevchenko has not lost since Amanda Nunes back in 2017. But let's remember it's a different weight class. That is at bantamweight. So before that, after that, on a tear at 125 pounds. And then Jessica Andrade, was fighting at 135, doesn't go down to 125, goes down to 115 at strawweight. Let's take a look there. Became the strawweight champion by beating Rose Namajunas back in 2019, almost 2 years ago. Then loses to Weili Zhang, comes back and loses in the rematch against Rose Namajunas. Had just beat Caitlin Chookagian in her flyweight debut. So I think this is a good weight class for her. I think she'll certainly be a good challenge. But let's see what the odds have to say. Good Lord. A minus 400 favorite, Valentina Shevchenko. Quite the underdog here is Jessica Andrade. And I tend to think that this will go correctly. I don't know if the odds are that far apart, but yeah, I think Shevchenko for sure. Okay, next up, Zhang Weili. There's a Weili Zhang. See, I get confused. Against Rose Namajunas, who said a few disparaging things here recently. So let's see here. I don't know how I invite people into the room. All right, well, you know what? I'm going to let visitors in. See if this... I'm going to remove the club name. Okay, so now the room is canceled. Huh. Interesting. All right, I'm done. Okay, Weili Zhang, or Zhang Weili against Rose Namajunas. So Rose hasn't really fought that frequently. She was involved in that big deal in Brooklyn, New York, where Conor threw a dolly through a bus. Yeah, I know that sounds made up, but it's not. So take a look here. So, Rose fought Joanna Jędrzejczyk that first time. It's been since 2017 when Bismuth fought St. Pierre. Comes back in 2018, fights her again and wins. Loses after a vicious slam to Jessica Andrade, but doesn't come back to avenge that loss until like a year later. And, wins that split decision. Now she is fighting against Weili Zhang. Zhang Weili. I'm not sure. I think it's Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili never lost. Never lost a fight until early on, but that was kickboxing. I don't believe, she's never lost a mixed martial arts fight. So now, let's see this list here. The most 3 recent wins: Tisha Torres, Jessica Andrade, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Wow, very good. So interesting there. Now let's see what the odds have to say. Oh, not the right screen here. The odds say that, I agree with this too. Zhang Wei Li is a minus 190 favorite. Rose is a plus 160 underdog. I agree with these odds. I mean, we'll see. Rose is Rose. She's very, very tough. But Zhang Wei Li may be just a totally different animal there. So, all right, let me try one more thing here before I get to the championship bout. So wherever you are, please feel free to join the fun for these UFC 261 picks. 261. And let's see. I tried a different room, so I don't know if that'll work or not. I'm not going to totally give up on this Clubhouse thing, but just know that I like Haps better. So you heard that, Clubhouse? Much, much better. And of course, Periscope, or it's not really Periscope, it's Twitter. It's Twitter right now. I'm going to check my connection here. Yeah, I'm still good. Okay. What makes you like Haps better? Glad to hear that. All right. Well, I will talk about Haps for a minute before I, mute your mics if you're coming in. I like just the interaction of it. I think I would do much better with Haps, if I've had a more consistent schedule, but with 6 kids, it's kind of hard to do. And I like seeing people talking back to me. Clubhouse is a little one-sided. You don't really go anywhere except for Clubhouse. And so, sometimes I feel like it's not very nice because I'm on Clubhouse, but I only have one person in here with me. Tristan, what's up? It's like anyone that can kind of establish himself within Clubhouse, you can start your club or whatnot. But the problem is, I want to say people's credentials aren't that great. So it's basically a license for idiots to give TED Talks and what could be some very harmful information if you join certain groups like these diet groups and whatnot, which is what I have found. So Haps has been nothing but super open to me and, free multi-stream, and who can beat that? Some of my broadcasts are more successful than others, and that's just the name of the beast. And I will talk more about that on my Podcasting Made Simple podcast. But let's pick the main event. Tristan, I see you are here with me. Let's see if I can integrate Clubhouse into Haps. I'd rather be Haps into Haps, but Peter, we're trying to build the sports brand here, and I'm trying to do everything I can to get more podcasters in so I can get my own little section on the top of Haps where the Discover tab is sports, and my beautiful face right there, number 1, MMA fight picks. But for now, I guess you could put me in master class for my other podcast, but I got you here first. I'm going to bring this comment in. It says we're going to make it happen. Peter, thank you so much. Thank you for the great platform, by the way. And I'm going to get to these picks. Awesome. Tristan, are you with me? Do you want to help me make some picks?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. You're on the MMA Fight Picks podcast. We're picking the championship fight. You got here just in time. Tristan, do I have your permission to record you? I have to ask, apparently, on Clubhouse.
Go ahead.
All right, man. Where are you from?
I'm out here in New York.
New York. All right. I'm in Missouri right now, and it's snowing. It's the craziest thing ever. In April on 420. It's like spring got high. So very interesting. You don't have to keep muting your mic, bud. You're okay. No problems. Okay. All right. So we're talking Kamaru Usman, Jorge Masvidal. Before we get into these fights, is there anyone you want? Any of these other fights you have any thoughts of that I've already picked?
So pretty much what you have: Rose Namajunas versus Zhang Wei Li.
Yeah.
And then I believe you have Shevchenko versus Jessica Andrade. So,
yep.
For those 2 fights, I'm going to pick. I know Zhang Wei Li is very powerful, very strong, but I still believe in Rose Namajunas to win that fight. Utilizing her footwork, utilizing her striking, and her intelligence is going to be the key. Especially her counter punching.
Yeah.
So I just believe Zhang Wei Li is going to try to push forward.
Nice.
And use a lot of her power. But I just think Rose is going to be too good for her, too quick, too fluid in her movements. So, and, working with her her coach Trevor Whitman, I think is a big difference. So I got her winning that fight. I got her winning that fight and winning the belt back.
You want to hear something crazy? Rose's record is like 9-4. Is that the craziest thing ever?
Yeah, it is kind of crazy because I'm thinking about it too. Like even when she fought Jessica Andrade, she was winning that fight. The first time they fought, she was killing her,
and then she got dumped on her head.
Yeah, she didn't get dumped on her head. She's still champion right now.
Yeah,
and she would have faced John Whaley earlier. So
the odds are like, she's not a huge underdog, Rose. So it might be a little sprinkle a little money on Rose. Now, what do you think about Shevchenko? Go ahead.
Valentina is going to win that fight.
Yeah, me too. I think
she's been really good.
Probably
her
by
last
murder.
Fight against her last fight against Jennifer Maia was, I think she was a little bit rusty in a sense because of coming off surgery.
Yeah,
and I think that's what she was scared about. She just wanted to feel herself out. She did enough to win because certain moves she was doing and certain takedowns, she was able to really dominate that way. But she did enough to get that win. So I think she got all the rust out of for that fight. And I think this one she's going to be very prepared, and I expect her to win with her and get her hand raised as being defending flyweight champion.
Yeah, I don't see it going any other way either. But I was wrong once more today. I bought some Dogecoin. It took a dump. So how about that? But I'm hanging on to it. I think it'll be all right. So, okay, you guys sound good on my end. Do I sound okay on your end?
Yes.
Okay, because I've been experimenting with plugging my phone into my board. So, we're all recording, which is pretty cool. Wally, what's going on, man? Can you hear me too?
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
We are getting ready to pick the main event for UFC 261. Are you wanting in on that?
Yeah, man. I think... I heard that last part about Valentina. I'm with you on that. I think she's got this. The next one, I don't know about Wailing and Rose. I think Rose is super talented, but Whaley is really good too. I don't know that one, but I know Kamaru is probably going to win George.
Yeah, hang on. We're going to get to that one. No spoilers just yet. I'm gonna tee it up just a little bit, and then we'll make those picks.
By the way, guys, I don't mean to change the subject, but what are your thoughts on the Ben Askren versus what did you guys think?
I watched it live. I had two TVs going because I like to party, and so my kids are all wrestlers, and
nice.
I'm from Missouri, so big Ben Askren fan. We have to be at Mizzou country, and I mean, I wanted him to win, and I probably picked him to win. I didn't make any money. I didn't bet any money on it, but it's probably a good stoppage. I think he was stumbling going forward. It was just a circus fight, and Jake Paul's not going to take a fight that.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you are breaking up.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I think my connection's a little shaggy here. Let me try to change that just a minute. You guys are clear, so this will record okay. So if I'm breaking up, it won't record like
Aaron,
that.
Aaron, you're breaking up a little bit. We can barely hear you.
All right.
You're breaking up, bro.
Dang. All right, might have to end the clubhouse. I just changed connections. Shoot, it says find a stronger signal. Gosh darn it. All right. Can you guys hear me at all? Because if not, I'm gonna have to end the room. I'm super sorry. Dang it. All right.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. All right. Well, it says the connection's good now. Jeez. All right. See, another reason I like Haps. All right. Well, you can.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm good now. Okay. This is another reason I like Haps better there, Peter. So let's get that sports thing going. Yeah. Anyway, you can go to my website here, guys, AaronSaysWhat.com, and you can click on the MMA Fight Picks tab, and you can follow me.
Aaron,
yeah.
Can we interrupt you for a second?
Yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
Your connection's really bad. We can hear you. Sorry.
We weren't able to hear.
All right. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to end this. Darn it. Shoot. I had to end the room. Sorry, guys. Anyway, this is why I like Haps better. This is why we need a sports. We were just about to get to it. Now, Haps, this wouldn't have happened. Everyone would have stayed connected. But Clubhouse is weird with how it connects. So, bummer. All right. Main event. Kamaru Usman, Jorge Masvidal. If you are on this on any other platform, share. This now is the time to share and subscribe and all that, and help me make a pick. All right. Look at that little clicky. And those guys are probably going to be like Instagram messaging me and stuff. Let's take a look at the great Masvidal. Just lost to Kamaru Usman. He was a short notice fight. Had to cut a lot of weight. Before that, wins over Nate Diaz, Ben Askren with the flying knee, and Darren Till. Now, let's take a look at Usman. I mean, just looking like a killer here. And he looked good in that fight against Masvidal, rather. And, Masvidal tried to come hot and heavy and get at him fast. But didn't work. Usman was in better shape and he outlasted him. But let's just take a look at Usman's record here. Marty from Nebraska has beaten just everyone put in front of him. Gilbert Burns, Jorge Masvidal, Colby Covington, Tyron Woodley, the best in the division. And that's all he has fought his last several fights. I think Dos Anjos and Maia are kind of journeymen, but, he hasn't fought anyone but the top contender, except for maybe this time. I don't think Masvidal should be the rightful contender. I thought this should have been run back to Colby, and it looks like it will if Usman gets this win. Let's take a look at the odds, shall we? All right. I think they're crazy good. Yeah, okay, here we are. I had stumbled just a moment. Oh my gosh. Usman, a minus 400 favorite. Masvidal, plus 315 underdog. So if you know something I don't about Masvidal and want to bet the underdog here, more power to you. And, but I think this goes the way it is supposed to. I think Usman wins this fight. So again, Usman wins this fight. I think that everyone from Haps is about to drop off and go to a Haps tutorial. So I'm going to end this now perfectly. Let's see here. Yeah, I think my connection is bad everywhere now. Unbelievable. So welcome to the modern age of the internet. I did pre-order me some of that sweet whatchamacallit, Elon Musk internet, and I cannot wait to have it. I hope it gets here sooner rather than later. But you, of course, can visit my website. I will throw it here in the comments on Habs TV. And you sub to me here. I sub back. I try to get in as many of your broadcasts as possible. And so, Peter, if you're listening, help me out here. Let's get a sports category going. I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal, Peter. I will make you a deal. Let's see. I'm going to respond to this so you see this. I think you're getting ready for your own tutorial here. I will make a consistent sports scheduled sports broadcast if you make a category. How about that? I lost a ton of viewers when Periscope went away, and I'm trying to rebuild it slowly here and bring a bunch of sportscasters with me. So if you are listening to this podcast and you're a sportscaster, go to AaronSaysWhat.com under the Contact Me page, and I'll get you all set up with Haps as well. That's it. I'm out of here. Until next time, until next week, I believe, whether there are fights or not, I think there are, but I will still pick fights, or I will recap fights or whatever, and we will all hang out on Haps together. So,
please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on AaronSaysWhat.com.